Okay then folks, I've had the scope a few days now and had a chance to get used to it. Really impressed with it so far. Got lots of different aspects to the menu, and they've really worked on what they've done in the past with the One Leaf Commander and the NV400 binoculars, and experience from that has all come together with this. So I'm going to show you in a bit some of the things I've used in the menu and how it's used. It's fairly easy to use the one-shot group software in it. So you basically fire your shot and then go to your one shot. You line up the white cross with your point of aim and your red cross with the point of impact, and in theory you should be able to zero in one. But what I would suggest you do is fire a group first, so you know where your point of impact is, because you might just find your first shot's a flyer. But there you go, pretty easy to do. I've not had a chance to use it in the at night yet. I mean, last night it really peed it down, and as you'll see through the scope, it's flooded down the garden there. I'll show you that now, and I'll get on with the test. I'll show you some of the reticles through it and what I'm using at the moment. Now I have got the picture-in-picture set up, but there's quite a few things you can't see on the video playback that you can see through the scope. While I do send out some of the information back to One Leaf, I will suggest that they add a lot of the information in the playback, as well as the reticle. You can see a lot of the other things. So far you can see the reticle, you can see the date and time, and you can see the distance to target if you've got your rangefinder fitted. But I'm sure they'll update the firmware like they have been doing with the rest of the things. Right, so part of the settings, you've got incremental zoom. I've got it set to the most fine now, so it needs a lot more clicks to get it zoomed in. Let's see and focus that a bit better. I think that's about right. So it holds a zero as well. I'm just talking about the how bad the weather's been. It started raining about 2:45 this morning. It had a thunderstorm that lasted an hour. Didn't stop raining till about 6, so you can see it's all flooded down there now. It's all water. So zoom out more. Show the water. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the reticle. So I'm going to bring up the menu, which you can't do while it's recorded. Bring up a menu, long press, menu comes up, reticle type, press down, start from the bottom. Now that is a really fine dot. See it in blue. So there's the blue dot, look. Target is, can't really tell with that. It's 19.1 metres away. So next reticle. So that's the next reticle. So no matter what reticle you use, it stays on 0. Okay. Zoom in a bit. And the next. Reticle number 3. Moving on to reticle number 2. Let's change the colour this time. Okay, now I've got a red. And finally we'll go back to number 1. Now we're back to number 1. We've got a green reticle this time. Now about pellets, but you get the idea. And when you're happy with all that, you can go to the settings and save your settings for the 0, including the crosshairs and the colour. So up next, a short bit on how to use the menu and the menus that I've got it set to. And later on I'll do a nighttime view. Okay, then to access the menu, you press down the rear turret with a long press once you've switched it on, and the menu will appear. The first on the first page is reticle, and you've got 7 choices of reticle. You just rotate the turret to get to the one you want and then press enter by pressing again. Colour is the same. You've got 5 different colours: white, red, green, blue and black. And you get to the shot 0, or 1 shot 0. It's a great feature. A sub interface comes up. Make your shot and switch on shot 0. turn the menu to it to align the red cross with the point of impact while keeping the white cross at the point of aim. You do this for the Y and the X axis. Press the record button to set each setting and press it finally to save and exit, and that is your 1-shot-0. That should work first time. If not, go through the process again. So next up was position. So you click on position and you can find up to 6 different settings that you've set, and you can set different settings within that. Screen aspect, you have a 4.3, 16:9 and small, depending on what you want to see through the screen. Movie mode, again you've got 4K 30 up to 120 frames per second, 2K and full HD at 30 frames per second. Photo resolution, I normally set that for 48 megapixels, it's giving you the best, but it doesn't show up the reticle, it just shows the picture. Magnification adjust, you've got the zoom can be set for different increments. And a great feature with this one, you can choose between first and second focal plane. Same again, the first focal plane doesn't show up in the record playback, not at the moment. You've got 3 settings for day, dusk and night. And moving on to page 2, you've got the picture in picture. Again, this does not show on video record playback. Movie clip time, you've got a choice of 2, 3, 5 or 10 minutes. I normally set for 10 minutes. You can always switch it off if you don't need that much. Unit, you can set meters or yards. I'm old school, so I go for yards. You've got a range marker line, that's if you've got the rangefinder. You put it into black and white mode. And the yellow box, you align that with the white flashing marker. Once you've lined it up, you save, and it should be wherever you point that square is your range to target. Compass and gyroscopic calibration. Mine seemed to be okay from the start, but I will go through it. Like figure of 8 to get your compass going. Looking at the instructions there, just freeze frame if you need to. But that's how you set the compass. And the gyroscope, you just press the setting, leave it on a flat surface and it should sort it out. Now your red dot, so if you've got the rangefinder, you've got a laser on that. You can adjust the laser onto your reticle using the 2 Allen screws to align it. Button backlight, a great feature this one. So you switch it on and the buttons are highlighted, so at night time you can see that fumbling around. Doesn't give enough light off to affect your prey. And then you've got your date format, so you've got I mean, we use the day multi-area, and that is almost there. That's the main settings I use. Clock setting, set that up for your year, month and day. and that shows up on your record playback. So I've not gone through everything, but I've gone through the main points. Here's how I align the red dot laser. Okay, I'm just going to align the laser. Elevation's about right, but it needs moving across. And that's it. The laser's now aligned with the reticle. And you do that by using the 2 screws on the rangefinder for the X and the Y axis. If you look at the top right of the screen, you should see the distance as well. 19.5 yards. I'm a bit forward on what I normally am. Okay, I'm going to set the gyroscope. Screw the small one off. Press down on the rear turret. So menu comes up. It's on page 2, gyroscope. There we go. Leave it for about 4 to 10 seconds, I believe. Calibration successful. Okay, we'll now go to the compass. And calibration successful, so press to exit. So now I've got the compass and the gyroscope set. Looking on the front, that's set for really bright conditions like you're facing the sun, works like a sunshade. Take that off. And now that's okay for daytime use. When it's dark, you can put the cap back like that. Very similar to on the military one. The original Starlight image intensifiers were like that. So that is it. So powering off. Press it for a few seconds and it's powered off. And these scopes are designed to work with .762 or 308 caliber rifles, so not just air rifles, but full bore firearms, which is good to know. Okay, I've now got the scope set to starlight mode. There's no infrared torch switched on at all. It's just using the 4K Sony Starviz processor. It's supposed to give you colour image in starlight, which it is doing, I suppose, to a point, and that's without any infrared torch being on. Just pick it with a little light. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put it into night vision mode. And I'm going to switch the torch on. See, that's really clear. Even the reticle showing green. So that's with the torch set at the first setting. There's 3 settings on the torch. So you click again, it goes off. Click again, it comes onto the settings setting. Do the same again. Click again, that's the 3rd setting. So the more you set, the higher the power gets. You can see the distance in blue. So let's change the reticle. Different reticle. Change again. Okay, I've now switched to a different reticle in blue. Change again. Different reticle and back to blue. Is the NV400 at night. Focus in. And again. So we'll be using this more. This is just a 3-day review basically. See how I'm getting on with it. We'll be doing some ratting with it, and I'll be using it at the range. So finally you'll get to see some of the reticle views and slow-mo shots. So I'll catch you in the next video. An apple. Bye bye. Zoom in a bit.